Delivery, Uniform Hotel X-ray.
Uniform Hotel X-ray delivery.
Good morning, Uniform Hotel X-ray, Southern Pad, 3 POD with uniform, across clearance from Reba, Stony Creek, 2,500.
Uniform Hotel X-ray, morning, clear to Mariba by Stony Creek, 2,500, squawk 1736.
That's all done.
1736, clear Mariba by Stony Creek, 2,500 and 1261, Uniform Hotel X-ray.
Yeah, we'll be going shortly.
Delivery today, just 9:47:36.
Just 9:47, delivery.
Okay, Swift X Park, squawk 1123, just 9:47, base lane.
Just 9:47.
Deliverable morning at 746, Bucket Bay 3, request clearance to destination.
China High 746, delivery today, clear to your destination via Memos, flight planned route, Cairns 2 departure, climb by the city 6000, squawk 1007, departure frequency 118.4.
Clear to destination.
That's it.
Memo, transition, Cairns 2 departure, climb 6,000 feet, squawk 1007.
Hey, Sean, you beat me to the page, actually. I just got here. How's it going? I'm running a Wizz Air Airlines flight. I'm in Rome, and I'm going to head on over to Budapest. So, and I forgot my sheet, but everything's already programmed in, and we're pretty much ready to go. She's been asking me to release the brakes to get on out of here for a few minutes now, so let's go.
Yankee, delivery today, 15, by Green Island, 1,500, squawk 1724, departure frequency 118.4.
Wait again, sorry, Green Island, 1,500, squawk 1.
Start number 2. Spent most of the day adjusting the exterior lights. The landing lights, taxi lights, runway turn-off lights were too dim in the beginning, and I went and made some changes, and then I realized my last flight when I got in the air they were just too bright. So I spent today doing a little bit of work on them. Hopefully I've got everything worked out now.
Climb by 6000, squawk 4521, departure frequency 118.4.
Quickly on via loss of landed Cairns 2 departure, climb by 6000, squawk 4521, and 118.4.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Good morning, November Oscar Charlie.
Oh, let me give them confirmations. The only thing I don't like about this program is their menu program. It would be nice if I could set up a flight, run through the entire sequence, and not have to deal with the menu after that. Let's hit the escape here, so I can get to my front screen. See, that's where I want to find another program. This is just too much of a hassle. I like it, but their menus just, they're not good. Yeah, confirm. Good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
See, all that just for them to disconnect. You should allow me to set the entire sequence up from the get-go. Turn right and everything else, and then just run through it, you know. But I guess you can't have everything. Oh, cool. Yeah, they're in one of my videos. I don't remember which one. I'm going to have to go find out. If I can't find it, I'm going to upload it to... I have to find a site to upload it to. I was going to bring it to flightsim.to, but they don't want documents and things like that, so I have to figure out some other way.
Go track disconnected.
All right, so 2 is up.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
2 is good. Close you. Auto. And let's start number 1. And the truck is clear.
Sydney by Swift. Swift 8 departure, from by Sydney 6000, squawk 1023, departure frequency 118.4.
The City Life Swift 8 departure, flying by the City 6000, squawk 1023.
Yeah, see, that's all great, but you need to get rid of the menus throughout the sequence. Be nice if it's being worked on for 2024. That would definitely be a request that I would have. Get the entire setup done the way I want it, and then just let it run from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, to, you know, through the entire sequence, without me having to interact with anything. If not, then give me the ability to put it on my tablet in your menu program. Then it won't completely destroy the outside view, you know. Breaks the whole illusion. All right, we're good here. Don't want you. You can go. All right, now give me taxi. TA auto. Auto. And takeoff speeds have been verified. And oh, you know what? Give me you and you. And what do we have here? Exterior lights is needed. APU is needed. It's off. Master caution recall. Flaps are set for takeoff. Transponder TA auto. Weather radar to auto. Flight controls are free and clear. And we've got runway 25 on the way out. It's a little bit of a hop. This is 525 miles.
Thank you for flying to the race station direct to Cairns, not about 500, squawk 1673.
1673, clear Cairns, direct, not about 500, again, give me chance.
Also want to take a look on the back end and see if I still have those stutters. I don't seem to have them on the front end when I'm running all the parked aircraft here, but on the back end I was getting some stutters. I want to see if that's coming from the aircraft. If I get them on the back end, then all I want to do is run another flight without them and see if the stutters disappear. But the taxi light looks pretty good for me. So I don't know if it looks too bright on your screen, because I know that screen on the right there is, it's a little cheapo, so it's not as good as the camera up here. Well, we have to see what happens when I pull back on the yoke and get in the air, see if we're going to have that glare on the screen anymore. Hopefully that's gone.
Delivery, Cathay 146, ground straight back. Cathay 146, delivery? Cathay 146, Cairns 2, departure 6,000 feet, squawk 1022 at May 4.
Cathay 146.
Delivery, good afternoon, Echo Show Quebec, BFR 172 for Cairns, press fine.
Coming into Budapest should be a pretty cool view.
Delivery g'day, Tango, Denver, Quebec, VFR, Airband 4, cancel that, go 8.
Second November, Quebec, delivery g'day, clear cans by green on 1500, squawk 1617. Departure frequency 118.4.
Clear cans by green.
This flight's about an hour and a half,
17, departure 118.4, Tango, November, Quebec.
give or take a few minutes.
There's delivery, good afternoon, K309, Delta Council, K309, delivery g'day, clear cans by 4 days planned route. Cairns 2 departure, Colorado 6000, squawk 4475. Departure frequency 118.4.
Charlie, Delta 6, on PV at the pier, request direct cancel, we've got a note of 500 with Golf.
Charlie, clear direct cancel about 500, squawk 1771.
Direct cancel about 500, score 1771, November to Charlie, next. Good afternoon, 663, testing our stand, 4 cans.
Oh, they got me crossing right here already. Alright, well, we'll get set up. Because we're just going to go. Yeah, I'm going to keep that till we get on the runway. Yeah, these lights look a lot better. I don't know what that's picking up down there, but for me they look pretty good. Now it just comes down to what it's going to look like in the air. Yeah, they got some crazy markings back there. They shouldn't be there, but they're up already, so we're just going to leave them on. Let's go to tower.
Piedmont 6137, give you number 2, Blue Street 5201, number 3, American 1739, number 4, American 1847, number 5, American 1211, number 6, American 782, number 7, American 1837, number 8.
Interesting. This is showing 34, and on the map it's showing 25.
Piedmont 5178, number 11.
Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm looking at that map wrong. We should have made a... Yeah, look at that. I screwed up. I screwed up. You know what? Let's go around and get where we're supposed to be. Man, did I screw up. Hey, jet driver, how's it going? How about we get off this runway here?
Piedmont 6137, runway 27 left, line of voice.
Oopsie. How about we try that again on the right runway? So that's what happened. I'm trying to get this flight in after working on the lights all day and a little tired, pushing myself. Wow, what's up with this? That's twice now. A lot of people flying tonight, maybe? How about we try this again? How about we try that again? 40%. Let them stabilize as we roll on up. Boy, that was a big screw up. Thrust is set. Now actually it's thrust was stable right there. Definitely way too tired to be doing this ride. Thrust is set. Airspeed's active. Thrust, throttle hold. Gear up. Cool view, and the lights aren't flashing up on the monitor. That's a huge plus. Flaps 1. Flaps up. And how about we bring up the SID? And you can have it. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Water coming off there like that with the moon shining on it. Nice. Yeah, jet driver. Yeah, they look much better from my point of view as well. So I spent a few hours working on them today. I'm a bit tired. I really should. I haven't eaten anything today, so I should have eaten something and watched some television. Shouldn't even have tried this, but what the heck? What's the worst can happen? I have to hit the reset button. It's the only good thing about a simulator. You crash, you start over. And how about we get ready to switch on over? And how about I give you the map, since there's not going to be much to see. If I can get my fat finger to hit it. Wow, it's dark out there. There is nothing to see out there over the water. You can't make heads or tails where the horizon is looking out there. That's pretty cool. don't know if the camera's picking up those city lights there, but that looks nice. Yeah, it's funny how Navigraph charts don't match up with the Navigraph charts inside the CDU. Cutting that turn short there on the chart. I mean, I know they don't ride right on the line, but that's a bit short. Oh, that looks great. The city lights look nice. The weather is cooperating in Rome. I guess the Pope has some connections. Wait, that's 10. And then, was it Niklas? We should have 12.9. We're at 13 right now, so we're looking good on the fuel. And we've got 500 miles to go. 79 miles atop a climb. And we need to be above 8. E-Class, we're at 13.5 already, so that's made. We have to darken up that map a bit. It's a bit bright. I don't know if I could do it from here without screwing it up. Because, let's see. No, I don't think I can get to it. And that screen won't pop up. Maybe next run, I'll darken it up a bit. Pretty smooth, so we're going to let them run around. And that's a pretty great view. I'm thinking the descent into Budapest should be real nice. With that city lit up, that should look real good. I just hope the weather's just as nice as this. And we're coming up on 18. Oh. Altimeters and monitor. Do I have access to that? I don't think I do. Let me take a look at that on the back end. If it was you, that's going to be .357 is up next. That's in range and What did we have on the way out? You. I don't have my glasses in here, do I? You? No. Why can't I find you now? You know what? By the time I find it, we'll be away from it anyway. I'm getting so bad. Might be time to almost sell this thing. Alright. 357 and 12 on the fuel. Beautiful. Wow, that looks great. Now we're on our way up to 34,000. And what do we've got? Another 460 miles to go. And we've got 40 miles at top of climb. Yeah, by the time I find that chart, we'll be on timber and on our way out anyway. I really should write them down. There's so many out here. Man, I seem to get mixed up easy nowadays. And I forgot my paperwork, so it wouldn't have helped me anyway. Hey, Charles, how's it going, man? You just caught us on the way out of Rome. Head on over to Budapest. Still have over 400 odd miles to go. I reworked my exterior lights for PMDG, and they seem to be pretty good for me. And as Jet Driver was saying, they look good on camera. So, wow, that looks great. So I think these are going to be a keeper. That's way out there, yes. $36. Hopefully all that stuff is working down there. And I need some air. Between the computers and the monitors and the hardware. It's a little warm in here. That's why there's no windows. If I had windows in here, I'd be melting. I can't bring that screen up. Really like to have a look at that screen, but that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's nice and clear out. You can see out to the horizon. You can see where the cities end. And then just darkness.
6.77.
Yeah, Jackson, I'll go take a look at the flight plan. I have the overhead light I could put on from the pedestal. I've got the floodlight that'll lighten this hole up. Plus, I also have the light panels over here that'll lighten this stuff up as well. As well as the main panel lighting. So. And then I also have the map lights that are here. And then there's one on the other side as well, which I use every now and then. You should be following along here, Jenny. That's 20 minutes from entering the runway, and we're pretty much at cruise now, 34,000. We've got 277 miles to top of descent and 421 miles to go. 152, that's not that bad. You know, I keep it under 2 hours is fine. You know, I do long ones every once in a blue moon. You know, if I'm having a good breathing day, I'll run a long flight every now and then. Or if I'm doing some testing, I'll do the same thing. But yeah, I just have to, you know what? I don't have my pad. We're at cruise. Let me grab my pad. I want to write those down so I don't miss them. Because when the live stuff stops here at YouTube, I can't look at the chat for a while for some reason. It's strange. This is what we're running right now. I don't think you'll be able to make too much out of that. And Hamburg, okay. Alright. And that was to Bristol. Yeah, we'll take a look. I have family coming over Sunday, so who knows, I might get lucky and I might be able to get it in tomorrow. Early, before they get here. If not, I'll get it in Monday. That's for sure. Yeah, we're already switched over. We're looking pretty good here. Cancer, yeah. Cancer's a freaking terrible thing, man. I know I've lost my right kidney to cancer. I've lost my thyroid to a second cancer. I've got something on my brain as well. So, yeah, I know. It just takes you apart a little piece at a time and just wilt away, man. It's a terrible, terrible disease. Oh, you should be on standard pressure. I had them linked, but I took them off. I have to remember to link them back up again.
Delta 1792, descend to maintain 6,000, and the San Diego 3000.
Maintain 1,000. Then another 295, setting 240 at Boma.
So 2766, descend yield, the lucky one, extend maintain 1.
Hopefully that map on the right-hand side is going to be a lot easier to read. I know few of the videos that I've done, the text was impossible to actually make out what was going on there in the map. Hopefully I got that straightened out. And you can actually read the text that's on there. I think in one or two of my videos it was completely useless. And I also kicked up FS Realistic, some of the turbulence, because there really wasn't much going on. Right now I've got a 65 knot tailwind pushing us along. Really not much going on here either. So I don't want to kick it up too high. One day it might kick in and I may end up spiraling in. Yeah, it's a terrible thing. Today it looks like the oil quantity's playing games. The vibrations on the engines are rock solid at 0.6 with the fuel oil quantity 70 and 75% today. And the oil temp 77, 79. So it does seem to fluctuate every now and then. It's interesting. It's not just locked in as far as the numbers are concerned. I should have got my glasses when I was out there. It's impossible to read this text. Is that Fabiano? I can't tell. If it is, anyway, welcome to the channel. And if I missed anybody on here, I always enjoy the company when I'm going for a ride. And today's ride's not that bad. It's only 10:35 here. So, but I really shouldn't have did it. I'm really tired. Pushed this to get it out. But I know I'll be good for my next ride. So that ride into, let's see, where we're going. We're going from Hamburg to, God, I can't even read my own handwriting. Bristol. Okay. Daytime, nighttime, you have a preference?
Delta 1792, descend to maintain 2000.
Wow. 5 weeks. Man. I was lucky. Getting cancer, I guess, is not lucky to begin with, but I guess I was lucky because they caught it early. I only lost my kidney instead of losing my life. And I only lost my thyroid instead of losing my life. So I guess you can kind of look at it as it's kind of lucky. Yeah, I'm impressed with the engine data that's being received. The only thing that I really noticed is the fuel flow in the N2, but now I can see the oil pressure, oil temperature, the oil quantity, the vibrations on the engines. They fluctuate. They change from flight to flight. Let's go.
Elliot 980, contact center on 128.6.
Yeah, daytime, yeah. Yeah, I prefer daytime flights in 2020. The views are just spectacular. And in X-Plane 12, I prefer nighttime flights because I prefer their night lighting. But some of these cities look spectacular out here on the way up. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to look like into Budapest. Budapest should be lit up nice with the city. I just hope we don't have too much cloud cover. That's 30 minutes from the runway. Well, from the first runway. And I should turn that monitor off back there. There's probably some glare coming on that screen, I would imagine. Let me shut that down. And grab my old man glasses.
Southwest 346, casting 14,000, climbing flight level 230.
Southwest 346, roger. November 6 Whiskey Tango, contact approach on 125.3.
Alright, it's pretty dark in here, so I don't think you're going to get any glare from anything in the back. If anything, it'll come from the monitors onto each other. That's pretty much it. What do we have? 189 at top of descent. And 332 to go. I'm hoping within the next few weeks I'll be able to get this monitor out and replace it and get my standby gauges in here finally. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed that I get that done. Involves a lot of heavy stuff. I got to move that whole center section out away from the flight deck so I can get in behind here to pull this monitor out. Get the new one in. It's on the list. That's interesting. Is that map moving? I don't even think that map is moving. I think it's stuck there. Check that map. That's interesting.
Okay, the noise 6.0 in the British horizon. Thunder Southwest 147, 16.5, level 230, 250 on the speed.
Southwest 47 center, zoom on the speed and clear direct east.
Normal speed and direct east, Southwest 147.
contact center 126.77.
2677 today, 7 flat, 147.
I didn't even realize that map wasn't moving.
Southwest 346, contact center 126.77.
Didn't even pick up on it until I looked down. I'm like, wait a minute, we're over water. Why is it showing land?
American 480, remain 2 now to 922809.
Hey, Black Knight, how's it going?
Southwest 1294, contact approach 124.35.
12435, Southwest 2094.
American 756 center.
Still have a ways to go. We threw this together quickly.
American 756 contact center now,
But
126.77.
I'm enjoying it. I'll eat when I get done. I'll be eating at maybe midnight. Which really isn't that big of a deal for me because I'll probably be up to 4 in the morning anyway, so it's dinner time almost. My breathing's bothering me. I could feel it. I know I'm going to have to do a treatment.
Southwest 495, South Jack, and maintain 10,000. San Diego altimeter 3000.
Alright, that looks like it's working now, so give me back my screen. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. After I do my treatment later, I'll put together the flight into Bristol. Because I know I'm going to be up. No doubt about it. How's it going, Black Knight? It's been a little bit of a while since I've done a live flight, and at night too, no less. But I wanted to do some work on the lighting. I was having some issues with the exterior lights, the landing lights, the runway turn off, and the taxi lights were just too dim when I started. And after I made the change and ran a flight the other day to check them, they were just way too bright. Today it looks like I've got them under control now. So they're in the Goldilocks zone. They're just right, almost. Oh, hey, Charles. Yeah, you know, I started sharing these as soon as I could. Because when I was saving up for my flight deck, whenever the money was burning a hole in my pocket, I would run to YouTube and watch other people with their flight decks having a grand old time. Kind of got me to refocus. So I figured if I can do the same thing for somebody else to watch this and maybe not burn that money through their pocket and get something they really don't want, it would be a pretty cool thing to do for somebody else. So, and I'm in here flying anyway. It's not that big of a deal to set up the OBS and the camera. When I run all the extra stuff, that's when it gets a little complicated. But this isn't too bad, just running the map. Giving you all those extra outside views with all the passengers loading and all that, that takes a bit putting it all together because that's the way the program's built, but not much I can do about that. But it passes the time since I don't get out much. Cities look nice, lit up in the distance.
Southwest 495, contact approach 124.35.
2435, next stop is Southwest 195.
Yeah, that's 3334, contact center 126.77.
12677, KOS 3334.
I know Who runs this flight? Wizz Air, I think it's called. Wizz Air. I've never heard of them. Flight 2342. Never heard of them. What are we looking at? 127 at top of descent and 270 to go. So we're getting there. Yeah, man, the weather looks pretty nice. If it's like this on the way in, oh, that front view on the right should be real nice. Especially without having those blinding landing lights on once we hit 10,000 feet. But man, there's not much out there. A few clouds here and there, but that's it. Beautiful. Yeah, for me right now, this will probably be the last one. That's going on 11 p.m. for me here. So by the time I get in, it'll probably be about midnight-ish. Then I'm going to go get something to eat. I'll probably end up doing a treatment for my breathing, and then I'll probably put together that Bristol flight. Take a look on is that FlightAware, see if they run any in the real world. If they do, I'll grab one of those and then just duplicate it. If not, then I'll set up a charter flight through SimBrief. We finally have a tailwind help pushing us along here. And you know what? What are we cruising at here? We got some play here. Let's kick it up a notch. We get in a little early. I'm not paying for the fuel. Kick it up. Should have set that up from the beginning. Yeah, I see that tailwind starting to drop as we're picking up speed. A little bit of rocking going on here. Yeah, you know, if you missed the live flight, Jackson, because we're on a different time scale, it'll be recorded, so you'll be able to watch the recording. But I'll get it done for you, no sweat. And sorry to hear about your mom, man. Just about there.
yeah, they weren't there at 75. Good day. Who else sent it?
So the 4109, would you confirm the altitude, the setting B, what the altitude was?
Okay, I'm a couple more on now. That's 280, let's see. Southwest 4109, VA to 12,000, yeah?
VA down to 12,000 for the 4109.
Yeah, I hear you. It's not easy losing a parent. And you know what? We've got a fuel imbalance going on here, so how about we deal with that? APU was running a little while before I got this flight in, before I got the cameras up and running, so we burnt a little bit of fuel out of the one side, so. Yeah, I know. Yeah, city lights look pretty cool. "75 miles at top of descent." And we've got another 217 to go. That's 3.8 actually. I think that's enough air conditioning for now. Getting a little chilly in here. So we still got 38 knot tailwind pushing us. Helping us out a bit. So we're at Mach 0.8 now. I kicked it up. So we can go a little bit more, but don't want to get too close to redlining in case we get a wind shift. And let's have a look at the back end here.
I'm sorry, Jack 10,000.
So we get picked up at Yulzak. We got 130 miles and we'll be on that shot. Joseph 723. Max 250. Yep, that's in. And then we're making a left. 230 at Eckerman. And 5,000. Very good. And we're holding DPS at 3. Let's. Right, and we have. Let's get that in. Deuce. Really, it's showing 3-1. See, and they gave me 13. Interesting. That's interesting. I want to see what the winds are when we come in here, see what this shows. I want to see if they're backwards. I know I have a lot of issues with AI traffic coming in opposite the headwinds. I want to check. I want to make sure I keep an eye on that on the way in and see if that actually is wrong. Max 185 TPS view. I'll hold at 3,000. That is what's in here. Yes, TPS hold at 3. Yeah, very good. Okay. And let's get you set. Let me check that, and we come back to you. Just made it. And we're good. And you're going to... That's good. That's set. That is set as well. And give me you. That's it. That's good. And we're not going to be on that chart for another 100 miles. Hey, Sky 173. Welcome aboard. Glad you found the channel. Thanks. The flight deck is actually courtesy of Flight Deck Solutions, company in Canada that built this for me 8 years ago. And I've been enjoying it ever since. And we've got another 25 miles to top of descent, 168 miles to go. So how about we get them in their seats? Actually, they were in their seats the whole time. Oops. You evil, evil captain, you. Beautiful weather making them stay in their seats. Yeah, this is not one of my better flights. A lot of screw-ups on this run. That's for sure. But it's only flight simulation and it's in my garage, so I'm not hurting anybody. 20 miles to top of descent, and we left the runway 52 minutes ago. I didn't lean over and start that clock this go around because I hurt my shoulder today, so I didn't want to stretch. It would probably show about an hour. That was a pretty decent taxi. And a screw up for me on the wrong runway. Good thing it wasn't one of the active ones. It's amazing how quick you get rusty. And I tell you, it's amazing how easy it is to screw up when you get tired. It's amazing. You watch those videos online of some of the accidents in the real world. I get how easy it is to be tired and screw something up and not even pick up on it. I've done it in here. I've done it tonight. And how about we get that in? Do we have any restrictions on the way down? Let's bring that up. We should be popping on that chart. think it was you.
Subject 434,
Oh no, we're not on that shot yet. We still have a ways to go. And actually, the only restriction we have on the way down is above 5 at Ekman. So we're going to head all the way down. And with that, we're on our way down. 54 minutes from the runway. No, I'm not on VATSIM. I'm just sitting here chilling in the garage. Yeah, the audio that you hear in the background, that's just canned ATC from FSATC, from Stick and Rudder. And that puts us 139 miles out. And I would think another 50 odd miles, we should be on that chart. We should show up down in that corner there long before that Luzak. And it looks as though PMDG prefers a cost index of 18. That seems to be the best pick to get away with not having a speed brake all that much on the way down. I haven't found any situation yet where I really needed a ton of it. Outside of that cost index though. I find myself using it time and time again.
Good day, come to 1696.
And let's see, while we're waiting on that, is
United 1916, contact center 128.6. Connect. One more time on the frequency. United 1916, 128.6. 26W.
okay. But we still have a ways to go before we hit that anyway. Should be on that chart in about 50 miles. It's showing 13 left and right now, Black Knight. Yeah, that's what they gave me earlier. I can even do that just in case. Put that in as well. Not going to need it though. Hopefully. 127. You're good now. Don't need that.
The OLA 1 except maintain 14,000.
Yeah, I think that moving map display on the right, I might darken it up a little bit. Looks like it might be a little too bright. Not much to see out the front just yet. Hopefully it's going to clear up. I get you a view out the front, down in that right corner, instead of the moving map display. Right now there's really nothing to see. A lot of darkness out there. You should be in range. And at Luzak, we should have 7.9 on the fuel. We're at 8 right now.
Southwest 5678, contact center 126.77. 2677, Southwest 5678.
And that's an hour from the runway, and that puts us 102 miles from the airport. And how about we get you set as well? And we'll get a jump on that. We're coming up on 18 in just a bit. What do we have here? Complete air panel is set to auto. Pressurization panel. Land altitude is in. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake selector is set. Flight instruments and radios are set. Local QNH is in. Recall. And landing data VREF. We'll get that in. And we'll be coming in at a $144. Be nice within the next week I can get this monitor out of here. And I'm hoping. Get that replaced, put a new one in its place. And get my standby gauges in here. They've been sitting in a box for so long. And the only other two items would be a motorized quad and a HUD. And then that's a wrap. Still saving my dollars for that throttle quad from Flight Deck Solutions. That should be in range. Let's see, are we in range yet? That is the right one, yes. That's the one we want. Here we go. Yeah, I've had them sitting in a box underneath the flight deck for about 8 months now. Because I really can't get in back behind here because of my breathing to get this monitor out. This monitor comes all the way across to here and then down. So it takes up this whole spot. I have this smaller monitor which is going to fit right in here, this little section here, and the triple gauge is going to fit right next to it. I just have to be able to get in there and get it done. Yeah, full motion platform. You know, if the roof wasn't an issue and I didn't have a height problem, I would look into it. But I just can't. I don't have the room. I don't have the height needed, unfortunately. We ever hit the lotto, though.
American 2492, clear to Houston Noah.
Director Noah, American 2492.
We'll have a flight simulator silo put in the backyard.
Southwest 1927, that's okay.
Still not much to see out there.
Number 4342, Leonard, descend via the Lucky 1, except maintain 10,000, above Leonard, 29997. Southwest 1927, any complaints from the climb?
70 miles to go. The wife just come in. Did you eat? All right. Yeah, I need that golden ticket, man. With the magic numbers on it. The local pressure. You know what? Starting to get a view out the front here. Let's see. Let's get that view up there. Don't know how much there's going to be to see, but I can see some lights on my end. And that camera that's up here on the top is not a very good one, so it may not be all that great. Looks good here, though. So, Joseph, we should have 7.8 on the fuel. We're at 7.8 right now. Don't think fuel's going to be an issue. And we're under 60 miles. We're just about 250 right now. We got some clouds out there. I'm almost done. I got like 50 odd miles to go. And then we'll shut it down for the night. Put it a bit. So we basically have a left coming up and then a U-turn.
Southwest 2821, direct to 9. Direct to 9.
Nice, it wasn't as cloudy out there though. Did some testing out here real quick and the city looked great. I think the weather's gonna cooperate though. Okay, we're on our way down to 250 knots and we're there already. Great view. And we are coming up on 10,000, so let's light them up. I don't think I used any speed brake on the way down this go around. And 307. Oh yeah, we got some weather out there. Ain't much to see out there. Hopefully we get below that. Funny how the front wasn't as bad as the sides, though. Breaking out of it now, looks like. And that's all good. We start slowing down here. Yeah, we are good. Right to flaps 5. Has changed. 143. You shouldn't do that. That's a no-no. We use the gear to slow down. Are we good now? Looks like it's beginning to open up now. Nice view out that bottom right window there. looking out the front. Looks like it opened up a little bit. And we're going to 127, right? And we're holding at 3. 15. Great view out that right window. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice view on the way in, I think. She does have a tendency to get a bit lazy on the throttle. Now we need to be above 4 here. And we're at 54 descending. Yeah, it looks like we're going to break out of the clouds on the way in. We're going to slow down and enjoy this view. We're still 16 miles out. And we're going to 30. Daily? Well, I have been getting on here quite often, but I wouldn't say daily. It depends on my breathing sky. If I'm having a bad breathing day, then, if I've had a bad coughing attack, then, you won't find me on. If not, then, I'll try to get at least one flight in if I can. That's an amazing view right there. We can even come in on the ILS. You know what? We're going to do that. And I'm going to enjoy the view on the way in. Bring that back a little bit. That looks great out the left window. She does play around with this left and right searching stuff a little bit too much though. So now she's going to overshoot again and then come back, overshoot again. Yeah, you know what? My bird, no more overshooting. You're done, Johnny. You don't like those 90-degree turns into land for some reason. So we've got lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear flaps, and they have been notified. Oh, here we go again. Give me that throttle. A 23-knot wind. And you know what? They should have brought us in on the other side. I mean, well, it's a crosswind either way, but guess pick and choose. It might have been a little bit better the other way, though. I think. But let's try that again, shall we? Really? It's that bad out there.
25.
Yeah, give me you, and you.
Unit 2074, maintain 3009. United 2074, maintain 2909 for greater.
Wow, look at this weather. It wasn't like this earlier. That looks great down there. Wow. It's a shame I don't have side view monitors or cameras. Man. Look at this weather. Wow. Look at this weather. I got the runway on that side. I don't see anything in front of me at all. There's got to be nothing here. There's got to be a screw up in the scenery here. There's no way. There's nothing here. Oh, there it is. I got it now. Wow. Is it bad out here? Holy moly. Are we good now? Oh, it's pouring out. Oh. Wow. Now that's a pretty cool ride. Landing.
Sync rate.
Oh, wow, that was pretty cool.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Ooh, that was a bit bumpy there. The weather is wicked out there. It wasn't this bad before. I was out here doing testing with live weather. Man, something blowing through here. That's off. Very good. And give me you. That was a pretty wicked ride, man. Ooh. Minimums were a deuce, so we had it beat, but man, wow. I have to go back and look at that. That was pretty wicked. My approach wasn't all that great either. But I didn't think it was going to be a good one the whole ride. I was screwing up, so not one of my better rides, that's for sure. But I get to take a look at these lights, and that was the main thing. So these definitely look good enough for me now. And they're not on the screen really destroying the view on the way up. I mean, unless you got weather like this, you're going to get kicked back anyway. And I don't know if I've ever been to this airport. was one pretty cool ride, and she feels like she's sliding here a little bit. That's pretty wicked. And you. Give me you. That's an hour 24 minutes, runway to runway. I hope you enjoyed that ride. Wasn't much to see on the way down. Definitely want to go back and relook at that landing though. That was pretty interesting. It's amazing how the weather changed here though. Yeah, give me a minute there.
Oscar 250, connect approach on standby. Oscar 250, go connect approach on 128.1. 28.1, I'll have to do 50.
Yeah, we got the next left.
Center 521, center Roger, top 12 miles, south of Homeland at 12,000, 12 Homeland at 12, Ontario, altimeter, center 906.
Yeah, it was at 1012.
So I think we got in about 6 minutes early compared to flight aware. They showed the flight at 1:30, I believe. But I did crank it up. We were at Mach 0.8, so we were hoofing it. We were doing a little bit of sliding, so how about we slow down here?
Get in American 1514, about to leave 14.5 for flight level 230.
That's a minute. I don't see any aircraft here from just flight. And FSLTL. I should have parked aircraft here. Interesting. And I don't. I don't know this airport at all. Looks like the gates are here. Around the back. Well, we could park here too. It doesn't matter. And I can go have something to eat. And I'm going to work on that flight into Bristol. That's all looking good. Yeah, we can kill that. Let's, oh God, bring that down, Johnny. What are you doing? Bring that down. Kill number 2. And we'll take this spot right here. How about that, shall we?
That was 2984, contact center 126.75.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to my aircraft. I'm surprised I don't have any here. Set the chocks. Give me ground power. Chocks are in position. In the meantime, you're off and you are on standby. Ground power's available. And we're good here. Good, good. Let's have a look. AP, we're ground. We're on ground. Bleed air. We're set for unconditioned air. Fuel cutoff levers to cut off. Anti-collision lights off. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Electrical panel, galley power is off, window heat switches are off, hydraulic pumps are off, exterior lights as needed, logo and position are on, flight director switches are off, chocks in position, the brakes are off, will shut down completely now. IRS select is to off, emergency exit lights are off, exterior lights is needed, they're going off. Bleed air panel, take those pads offline. Engine start selected of both.
25-3, flight shift 430.
AP or ground power disconnect. Disconnect ground power. AC/DC select is to standby. And battery switch off. That's a wrap, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that view. With all my screw-ups along the way. That's what happens when you're flat tired, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, for those of you that joined me, man, I always enjoy the company. You know, Black Knight, Jet Driver, Sky 173. Who else was in here? A few other individuals, I believe. I may have missed along the way here. Who else was in here? Jackson. Jackson, I'm going to work on that flight for you, my friend. And Jet Driver 737 project. I must have missed your text there. I didn't see it along the way. Wow, I can feel my voice is going already. Real bad. And Sean was here. He actually beat me into the channel before I can get my tablet on over here. So, all right, everybody. I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the view. I had a blast. Like I said, I always enjoy your company. Thanks for joining me. And I'll catch you on my next run, everybody. Take care. Wow, my voice is going.